Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, I've been doing keto off and on since November. Unfortunately, I get going on it real good, and then things come in the way. You know, like Puerto Rico, I honestly tried, but literally could not do a keto diet. Everything was starch on top of starch on top of starch. I literally gained 10 pounds in 1 week, but miraculously lost all of it within a couple of days. I'm really surprised though. So since I started being on and off, I've actually dropped over 25 pounds. I was 272. I'm down in the 240s right now. My goal was to get down to 240, maybe a little bit less, which is probably the least I've been in like the last 25 years. So it's actually been working really, really good for me. So today, what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually gonna do like a shrimp Alfredo, but it's kind of like a Cajun style because I love using this spicy sausage. And we use Parmesan cheese in it, we use heavy cream, we use butter, and of course, shrimp. So we got some shrimp. And this is my ultimate favorite sausage right here. It's Home Style Foods. They had it at One Giant up here for years and they stopped carrying it. Now they're carrying it at another one. But they have it spicy and they have it mild. And I'm telling you, I don't care what you put this on. It is gonna make it taste fantastic. It's just the spicy is good and spicy. And see, I like a kick with just about everything. And I know what you're thinking, pasta noodles. No, we're not doing pasta. What we're actually gonna do is we use zucchini. And we have this shredder right here, which works like really, really good at basically making like spaghetti noodles. So that's a great substitute for it. And the principles of keto basically is about 20% protein and about 60% vegetables, and you're getting lots of fats because your body is literally living off fat. I don't understand exactly how it works, but basically you got to get the fat. So that's why we have the heavy cream. That's why we have the Parmesan cheese in there, and you use lots of avocados and stuff, and it works really, really well. So this is what I do for mine. What I do is I've actually got some good old mushrooms. I've got onion. I've got red pepper. I got a jalapeno pepper. And I've got garlic. Now, one other thing you'll notice that I've got plants in the window and stuff, and I've got like a whole herb garden outside, is it's actually really, really cool to be able to go outside and just pick fresh herbs. Okay, so we got some great basil in there. We've got some oregano. We've got some rosemary, and we've got thyme. And I'm telling you, there's nothing better than getting fresh vegetables and fresh herbs and cooking with it. It will make all the difference in the world. You know, there's no chemicals or anything like that in there. You know, you just put it in there. You touch it, it smells fantastic even. So I'm going to go ahead and dice up some onions and dice up my mushrooms and put some garlic, and we got a lot of butter to go ahead and reduce that down with. This is actually, it's one of those meals that it sounds really complicated, but it's really not. It's actually pretty simple. It's just a matter of marrying all this stuff together with the fresh herbs and spices, and a lot of it just to taste. Now, like I said, for me, I like things spicy. I like to have a kick, and that's why I put the jalapeno in there. If you don't like it really, really hot, you can get the sausage in the mild version. And you don't have to use a jalapeno pepper. You can use, more red pepper if you like. So it's one of those things that you can kind of cater it to your own taste, as long as you get the basics down. But this is actually a great meal. And the amazing thing about using the zucchini, I gotta be honest with you, I like the zucchini better than pasta because it's actually got real flavor to it. Pasta really does not have a taste on it. Now, if you want to have just a straight pasta, of course, and you want to do keto, you can do the same recipe and you can use miracle noodles instead. But I like getting that extra vegetable in here. And that's the great thing about this recipe is it's got a lot of vegetables in it. The shrimp are loaded with protein. The sausage has more protein, has more fats in it as well, because it is fatty sausage. So this is like a great keto meal. Now, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dietitian. Okay? I'm a guy that cooks a lot and eats a lot. And I go by the basic principles of the keto diet. And that's what I follow. So, knowing that I need my proteins, no more than about 20%, the carbs cut out, and fats. And also understand that what works for one person may not work exactly for another. I just know that this has been working for me. And what's really good is if you do this, a meal like this one, is to go ahead and make a nice salad to go with it. And even if you're not doing keto, this is still a great meal. Although it is kind of heavy in fats. So I'm going to get that stuff going, get that reduced, and then I'm going to start cooking my sausage. And what I do is I brown the sausage separately to cut down on some of the grease that's in it. But also too, because I like to actually brown it to the point where it's not burnt, but it's kind of crispy. Look, I'm not even looking. My wife got me these knives for Father's Day, and I got to tell you, these suckers are sharp as a razor. See, that'll give it a nice kick. Just start letting that saute. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna turn that on. So get ready to start cooking the sausage here in a moment. I'm gonna take about 5 cloves of garlic and chop it up and put that in here with this to saute with that butter. And I love garlic. Garlic is the spice of life. Now what some people will do, and I don't do it, is they'll go through and they'll just bang the garlic on the counter with the knife. And that works. It smashes it and then the skin comes off of it. But I feel like when you do that, you shoot out a lot of the juice. And I don't like to get rid of the juice. I like to keep all the oils and everything in there as much as possible. Like I said, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, it's just the way I do it. And there's more than one way to skin a cat. So if it works for you, taking the knife and going boom, hey, by all means, keep doing it. If you people haven't complained about there's not enough garlic in it, then don't worry about what I'm thinking. Now I'm going to ask you guys a quick question here. Would you prefer if I did these cooking videos actually live or not live? Because what I do, it's, sometimes it takes about a half an hour or so to do a complete cooking bit, and I don't like to edit. So I can just go ahead and live stream while I'm cooking dinner. Okay, look at all that garlic. Ooh, fresh garlic. Okay. Got all of that in here. Get that sauteing real good. Add some olive oil. And I'm going to get my... Ooh, this is the deal, man. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to use 2 of the links on this. Get my cast iron skillet good and hot. I'm going to drop those in there. Okay, so here's what we've done. We've actually got a block of cream cheese in here. That helps to get it nice and thick, and that gives you more of the fats in there and makes it creamy. We've gone through with the zucchini. Now, here's the thing with the zucchini. You can see we've got nice strands and stuff in here like this, which is great. But when you get to the seeded part of it, the seed part doesn't work really good. So what I like to do is just take the inner parts of this and just chop it up into little bits and then go ahead and add it in there so it'll cook down. Just little teeny chunks. Okay, getting that to begin to melt. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. We're going to start adding some of our milk, our cream in here. And we're going to add some chicken broth too. You start to see that get creamy here. Just going to put a little bit of the milk and keep adding to it. You want that cream cheese to melt fully. Look at that. Ooh, boy. Looks good, looks good. Okay. Taking the sausage. Add some more of the cream. I like to add the cream slowly so that way we can kind of bring it up to temperature wise and not really shock it. Wish you guys could smell that. Now I cheat with my chicken broth because what I do is I actually use this stuff, which is like a paste. Get a spoonful of it and some hot water. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll actually take my extra chicken parts and stuff and make chicken broth and take it out. I have some in the freezer, I just didn't take any out. And you can see that that's beginning to get saucy in there. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of the chicken broth. Just to mix it up in there a little bit. You can start to see that come together. Look at that. Ooh, boy. Okay, now I'm going to take about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese to put in there. That's going to melt down again. That's going to make it nice and thick and cheesy. Okay. Let that warm up. And while that's doing that, I'm going to start cutting my spices. I like to wait to put the spices in towards the end because, I don't know, I could be wrong, but they don't get all washed out and they still have a little bit of their color left. It's kind of like when you cook spinach. If you cook it too long, it gets really, really dark, but you kind of like to see the colors of the spices in there. As you can tell, I love basil. And I've also used some Cajun seasoning in this. Look at that. Oh, look at that rosemary. So I pull out all the stems. And then I'll just chop it up and then add it in there. Stir it up a little bit. And also wait and add the pasta noodles the same time I do with the shrimp or the zucchini, so that way it doesn't get too overdone. It's kind of like the shrimp. You don't want the shrimp overcooked, they turn to rubber. And if you cook the zucchini pasta too long, it'll end up getting to be like, it's just falls apart. All right, so we got all these nice herbs. Fresh. Oh, look at that. Now that's spicy. See the cheese melting in there? Look at that. All right. Ooh, we're making some shrimp Alfredo Cajun style. All right, got to use some of my Cajun seasoning. And see, I do this to taste. I don't like to use a whole lot of salt because the chicken broth has a lot of salt in it. But I like to use a lot of fresh pepper as well, and just kind of taste it and season it to your own liking. Now once this starts getting hot, we're going to add the pasta, and we're going to add the shrimp. Look at that. Ooh, look. Can you guys see that good? Let me turn the lights. Let's see if that helps. Let me show you this. Look at this. All right, so we're going to put this in. Let that start getting warmed again. And then we're going to go ahead and put the shrimp in. Now I'm a little low on the liquid. And if you like it spicier, you can also add a little cayenne pepper. Now once this gets hot again, we're going to put the shrimp in it, and we're going to be good to go. Now look at that. Oh my goodness. The shrimp, I peeled and deveined them, little butterfly on them, so that way they'll get a nice little shape to them when you cook it. Turn this up just a little bit. And again, you want to do this to taste. You can taste the cream cheese. You can taste the fat in the milk. You can taste that rosemary. It's very, very rich. And that's the nice thing about this diet is the food you're eating is very rich. I'm going to add just a little bit more heavy cream to this to make it saucy. Now the Cajun spice, the sausage really gives it a good kick to it. So when you taste this, One thing I always like to try and do is when you cook, I'm going to turn the light back on, is you like to have layers of flavor. So when you bite it, you're not just tasting one singular thing. You like the burn to come in kind of later on. You want to be able to taste those fresh herbs and spices. You want to get that full, ooh, what am I tasting type of a deal. This is literally almost done. And this is kind of cool because when you do a meal that's like this, you think it would take hours, but it's really, it's really not that complicated, and it's actually pretty easy to do something like this. So you can eat really well, and the good thing about doing something like this is you're eliminating a lot of the sugars, a lot of the salts, and the things that are bad, a lot of the chemicals and things that they add in the food, and preservatives, okay? So, you know, basically we've got fresh vegetables, we've got some dairy, we got some cheese in here, and we've got some fresh shrimp. So it's not difficult to do this. All right, so we're just gonna add the shrimp, and once those turn pink, we're done. Turn it up just a little bit more, give it a little boost because we're adding those cold shrimp in there. But this is one of those meals that's kind of like a stick to your ribs. You feel full. It's kind of like a comfort type of a meal that you'll really, really enjoy. While that's heating up, I'm going to finish cleaning up a little bit here, because I got a show tonight. Little secret. On my cast iron skillet, what I do is I put some water in it, put it on the stove for a few moments to get real hot, and then I go ahead and just rub the bottom, and everything just literally comes off of it. And then you can wipe it down and put some oil on it. It's good to go for the next go round. See, the shrimp are beginning to turn. It's getting all hot together. See the shrimp's turning pink? Actually, maybe you can't because it's white on, it's kind of bright, but it's just about there. Oh man. This is my first meal of the day, so I'm looking forward to this. See the shrimp are beginning to turn. See, they're getting pinkish. Not quite there, but they're getting close. And so you can see, look at the pasta in there. Look at it. Oh, look at that. You can see the pasta in there, how colorful and pretty that is. Now be careful because you've got the cheese and everything in here, and with the heavy cream, you don't want this to boil. You want it to simmer because then it'll curdle. See, look at this. Boom. Just like that. Everything's off of this. You just wipe it down with the towel. You're good to go. All right, we're almost there. Oh boy. Look at the colors of this. Okay, let me get a bowl. All right, so here it is. Now you can see the zucchini pasta in there. Look at that. Tell me that does not look like spaghetti. You see our nice shrimp where it's been butterflied there, And of course, the nice spicy sausage. Oh, all right, taste test. Yeah. You get the heat from the sausage. I got to tell you, I may never go back to spaghetti noodles because I'll be honest with you, the zucchini spaghetti, it's incredible. And you get the sausage and you get one of the shrimp. Where's the shrimp? Oh, there's the shrimp. This is what I'm talking about. This is freaking amazing. Woo! I'm Mark Holmes. That's good. I'll see you guys soon.